What is the point? I hate being single. I hate being single. I hate being single.
Well, I just had another failed attempt to finding an apartment. I am feeling a little defeated. I don't want to say I am defeated, but I am like,
I don't need no man.
So how do you guys get by? I'm really curious. Are you a two-income household? Do you have generational wealth? Like, what's going on? Because everything is simply too expensive, and I just don't understand how people are getting by, especially if they have kids and like normal jobs.
I don't need no man.
I don't know if this is just like an unpopular opinion, but there's a lot of girls out here selling. And those are the same girls y'all are comparing your lives to. They are selling it. Okay? That's why they got it like that.
Oh yes, as the modern woman's saving accounts dwindle down and the shot clock on their fast for loan forbearance comes to an end, I warn you, my brothers, we will see new levels of desperation. We should be proud, for we silently watched this house of cards collapse under the weight of their own entitlement. We followed the teachings of the original short king Napoleon and did not interrupt the sisterhood while they were making a mistake. But once again, our discipline will be tested. These women will fight their own pride and approach the table asking again for the great 50-50 compromise. But I say unto you,
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
And victory is only complete after total annihilation. Full submission by these unlawed Jezebels is the only way Lord Destro will curb the kraken of Cobra. We shall not negotiate with these BBL terrorists.
Some of us women need to accept that to get a good man, we are going to have to go 50-50 financially in our relationships. Ladies, I know you're mad. Stay with me, please. Please do not let this ridiculous social media narrative fool you. This narrative that men have to have it all together and have to be able to pay for your whole lifestyle, a luxury lifestyle at that, before they are worthwhile human beings. Because honestly, that mindset is trash and it's not realistic.
Come now, why would a woman need to be realistic when she can manifest her thoughts into reality? If a modern woman gets up every morning, looks in her bathroom mirror, and says, I want a rich 6'4", part-time NBA star, Instagram model man to finance my life, the universe will provide it for her, even if she has 3 kids and 3 baby fathers.
And as I'm sitting here strolling this morning, I come across this girl who's talking about how she wants to be sat down or whatever. And my definition of thinking of sat down is like, you want somebody that's paying the bills and, you know, the provider male, whatever. But sis, you got 3 kids, multiple baby daddies. I just think you disqualified. I don't think that those same rules apply. Help me out, y'all.
2 hours later.
Because A, very few of those men exist. B, the ones that do exist are not accessible to a lot of women. And C, at that level, those kind of men often tend to be super entitled, disrespectful, and really see women as commodities to be used and traded.
Well, if you think about it, these men were 100% right. Well, the government made sex work legal, and the corporations gave women OnlyFans. And what's the first thing these respectable, virtuous women did? They made themselves commodities to be used and traded. You see how that works?
And the reality is, a lot of men at that level are headed to jail at some point. Maybe not today, but at some point in their life. Either through the way they got the money or the way they used the money. For most men, the majority of men, they are pretty much in the corporate or the business world where they're growing their own business. And these men are either in the point of their life where they're growing their career or growing their business. That does not happen overnight, especially if you are doing things legally and by the book. And ladies, if you want a man that you want to build a life with and start a family with, I would encourage you to get with a man who is doing things pretty much legally and by the book.
Well, that's the problem right there, isn't it? The Jezebel is not looking for a man to build with. No, she's looking for a mark, a man she can siphon money out of, either through marriage laundering or the child support Ponzi scheme. What these women don't realize is this. If you weren't there during his ramen and regret days, when he was scraping by and hustling to make it, that man will never truly feel obligated to you. Sure, if you show up when the cash is flowing like champagne, he might take care of you briefly. But let's be honest, you'll just be another face in the lineup, easily swapped out. The woman who stuck by him through the struggle, the one who dined on tuna and rice-a-roni by his side, that's the one who becomes family. That's the one who becomes blood. And even if they part ways, most men will still feel a deep, unshakable loyalty to the woman who weathered the storm with him. Yes, the Builder-Bob has testified.
That is why I think it's the top 1% starts from like 100 grand. So outside of that top 1% is 99% of men. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to make a large amount of money. So even if you meet a man in his 20s, in his 30s, even in his 40s, he might not be there yet. I'm sorry to say, ladies, a lot of us are sitting out with our hand out waiting for a meal ticket, waiting for a man to fund our life and our lifestyle. And it's really unfortunate because I think the narrative is that women have made it seem like if a man is paying all your bills, you're special. And if a woman doesn't have a man paying all her bills, she's less than. No woman is less than you because she understands that she has to contribute to her life and her lifestyle. Real wealth and real stability in a relationship comes when everybody knows they are covered. Knowing that you're a woman who is loyal and will support him as long as he's trying. When the success does come, when the riches do come, he won't have any qualms about sharing that with you and making sure you enjoy it just as much, if not more, than he does.
When men say marriage is not worth it anymore, this is what they mean. You work so hard to provide for a woman that is actively working against you. A woman that is plotting to leave you when or if you fall on hard times. A woman that is trigger happy to unleash the full might of the family courting you if she quote-unquote feels unhappy. Whatever the hell that means.
I generally do not know that where this fairy tale of a man is going to work so hard to get all these riches and, really build and create a life for himself, then pluck a lucky winner out of nowhere and invite her into this lifestyle with him for the rest of his life. Which men are you lot seeing? Because look around, that is not men's mindset. Men feed you and expect you to off your pant. You think a man is going to share his riches with you? What? Because you're pretty. The only women you see that live this kind of lifestyle with these men are the women that they came up with, because they know that those women are going to be with them when they're down, because they have been. Those women are going to support them because they already have. So as a woman, you need to be able to show a man that, yes, you expect his love, his support, but you are also willing to do the same mentally, emotionally, and financially if needed. These men of today, and I guess every day, but now we've got social media, they understand that women can be bought. And women, we need to stop moving as purchasable commodities. A man should never be able to buy you. Your presence should never be dependent on a man's finances.
Yes, this lady's intent is admirable, but it's still just an exercise in futility. Most of these Jezebels cannot be saved. Like Cain of Eden, they are doomed to become restless wanderers in the land of Nod. But once again, I've probably said too much.
But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blasphemy. And although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So me, Lord Destro.